What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to today's live with special guest Carlos Reyes. And what's that in the background? What we got going on? Is that my belt that I don't have? That's my belt that I don't have. Oh my god, look at you guys.
Shining it?
They're shining it. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is a special.
That's the one belt you're missing.
That's the one belt I'm missing right there. That's okay. That's a good moment. I like that. I like that.
That is, bro. That is the greatest way I've ever started a Zoom call or a community call.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. What's going on, man? How you doing today?
Blessed, bro. Moving some deals. Freaking pushing hard for freedom, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Man, our goal is to have 1,000 people in that room, and I feel like God's gonna deliver, even though there's been a lot of resistance, right?
Yeah.
A lot of resistance, but it doesn't matter, bro, because when you truly are walking a path of obedience, God's on your side, bro. God's on your side.
Yeah. Well, let's just, since you brought it up, let's go ahead and talk about it. What is freedom? Because
yeah,
I know we want to get 1,000 people in the room, and you guys have been hosting these for a while. But what is freedom?
Freedom started back in 2019. Okay, and only 408 people attended the first Freedom, and then 750, and then 1,400, and then you see what I'm saying? Like it kept growing and growing. In my opinion, brother, it's becoming like the Super Bowl of the real estate investment / wholesale community, right? Go. It's like the big bowl, the big game. You know what I mean? And that's why you, my friend, has earned a spot on that stage.
I love it.
Because listen, it's brother, for me, I've been around over a decade now. And for me, I don't hear what people do, or I don't, I like, or what they say, and all the BS. I watch the work. You get what I'm saying? I watch the work. I know who's putting in the work. You know why I know that? Because I'm putting in the freaking work every single day.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I watch the work, bro. I've seen you grind. Keith Everett's going to be on the close. Keith is still closing deals, right? I look at what people are doing, bro, and I'm like, okay, that dude's real. That dude's real. So it's there's two qualifications to get on stage, right? Are you real? And then number two is, do you have principles? That's it. Those are the only two qualifications. Are you real? Like, do you put in the work? Have you built a reputation? Have you served some people? Right. And then are you principle oriented? Right? You're not going around burning people and lying to people and scamming and cheating. So I'm like, okay, well, guess what, bro? You qualify, my friend.
and I have to say, since we're talking about, I'm going to be on the closers panel at Freedom, and it's been a long time coming. I'm going to share some stuff here. How long we've known each other.
And I asked you. I reached out to you and said, "Yo,
you did.
Yo, let's do this. It's time."
So, what was the code that you gave me?
You want me to repeat it, don't you?
What, can you say it for the people? What's the code?
Actually, I'll have Adrian say it for you.
Oh my God. This makes it even better. No,
you can bring it. You can bring it if you want, but he's asking, what's the coupon code that his community can type in where it takes a couple $100 seat to $0 because they're part of his community? What is that coupon code?
So there was, after the long conversation between Carlos and myself, knowing what you've done just for closers alone and what you continue to do, RJ, I've granted you the code of King Closer.
There we go. Hold on. Carlos, can you repeat what the code is? That's all. I appreciate Adrian saying it, but I need to hear it out of Carlos's mouth. Okay.
All right. There comes a time in a man's life where he has to drop his pride and ego. It's King Closer.
There you go. Yes.
King Closer. Wow.
Oh, man. I love it. I love it. So we're going to have a closers panel, right? So it's me, Keith Everett. Who else is going to be on that panel?
Oh, the Macklin twins, man. The Andy Elliott boys, right? So those dudes, I mean, I've seen what they do, bro. Those dudes close, right? And they're different. Like in my opinion, I got some of the best real estate wholesale / investment closers. And then I'm like, okay, I also got general business, like some of the top people in the country. I'm like, man, let's put them together. Let's bring the best to the people that are there, you know?
I love it. I love it. So I want to share something with everybody real quick. We'll talk more about freedom here in a second. But I wanted to share. This is the first time. Well, not that. Definitely not that. The first time that we met right here. And this is off of my Instagram down at the bottom, January 13th, 2017. That's the first time we met. So what is that? That's 6.5 years ago. You guys were here in Fort Worth, Dallas, Fort Worth, and you guys reached out, and we went and had lunch together. I still remember this lunch, man. The beautiful thing I thought about this is this is 6.5 years ago.
Bro, it's actually almost 7 years and 2 months.
Yeah, there you go. I said we're truly blessed to be passionate about real estate investing and helping others through our businesses. I love meeting like-minded people. And that stands true to this day, man.
To this day, man.
You know, that meeting right there. I remember you guys were coming here because that was like the moment that y'all really started going heavy into virtual wholesaling outside of just meeting.
We were checking out some deals out there.
Yeah, and you came with a game plan. Like you sat down with us, you sat down with other people here in Dallas, Fort Worth. Kind of go back to those moments of what do you think about those meetings, those lunches that you had, networking with other people, and the questions that you guys asked. How much did that play into the success that you guys have today?
You know, bro, man, it's like the first year of the grind is, I know it's the toughest, but man, oh man, bro, it is. When you look back, right, when you're in, you know, we're over a decade in now, and you look back, you're like, man, now we grow still, like we're growing, right? Like my goal now is like, okay, how can I build an organization that can produce $100 million in annual revenue combined, right, through all our companies, and that's not. I don't like to throw pixie dust out there, right? I like to throw a number out there, and then I like to have a plan of execution. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, so this company has to bring in this company has to bring in that, boom, 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 right? But when you take so now, like when you're growing to that level, now you grow like this, right? Like you grow like this. You grow slowly, you know. During that time, 2017, because we started virtually wholesaling in 2016, Las Vegas, Nevada. And then we were like, man, we gotta go into Texas and virtually wholesale. And that's why January 2017, we hit you up, right? Because I don't know, someone's like, yeah, man, this dude, you know, they're putting in the work. So you've been putting in the work at least now on record for 7+ years. And like, you got to reach out to this dude. So I reached out. I'm not one of those guys, bro, like, you know, pride and ego, oh, self-made, you know, like I'm not going to collaborate with people. No, bro, I reached out to you and you gave me, hey, bro, this area is good. That area is good. Watch out for this. Watch out for that. You probably want to work with this title company, right? So, but that's at that very moment, you know, I feel like the first couple years in your business, you're growing like this. Like you're growing and you become so addicted to that growth, man. Right. And you look back and you're like, man, those first couple of years of that grind, you know, being in the trenches, that's what set the foundation for everything that we have going on now, you know?
But you think about this meeting right here, right?
Yeah.
You guys had to fly from Phoenix to Dallas. You had to reach out to people. Their schedules had to align.
Yeah.
Then we had to go to lunch. And during that one lunch, you essentially dedicated 3 hours. Let's
Yep.
say an hour to get to the place, an hour of lunch, and an hour
Yep.
to get back to anywhere else.
Yep.
To hopefully gain some sort of anything out of that meeting.
That's what it takes.
But then you talk about this event, freedom, right? And what were you trying to achieve right there? You're trying to achieve freedom. You're trying to achieve time freedom, financial freedom. The event freedom is 1,000 people in a room where you're not having to dedicate 3 hours to try to network with someone. You have the opportunity throughout 2 full days, 48 hours to network with 1,000 people.
That's incredible.
Walking around.
Incredible. Yeah. Bro, I love what you just said. I had to get on a plane, 2.5, 3 hour plane ride, go somewhere, that's not my backyard, reach out to strangers that hopefully have time for me. Hopefully they're willing to serve me, right? Collaborate with me. That's way harder than being in a room filled with 1,000 people that have the right intentions. I think about it, right? Like they're already going there with an intention, and that intention is to grow.
Yep.
Right? That intention is to network, to find new partners, to find new friends, to find like-minded, like-spirited, aligned people, And then you got all the speakers on the stage, people like you, and people like, freaking Andy Elliott, who's sales and leadership, and people like a Wes Watson, who makes $20+ million in annual revenue on just helping other men become the best versions of themselves, which is amazing. And by the way, you're going to begin to see the pattern. You're like, oh, damn, the more people I serve, the more money I make, right? Right. I just told you, an ex-felon, a convict of 10 years, is making $20 million in annual revenue. Have you seen the people that he serves, bro? They're like, no, you can't lie. Like the work doesn't lie, bro. You know what I mean? Right. And then you got people like what do you call it? Brad Lee, a legend. Yep. This guy set the foundation for a guy like Grant Cardone through Lightspeed virtual training.
Yep.
Grant was traveling from state to state, charging a couple $100 or a couple grand to train people on car sales, etc. And Brad's like, hey, bro, I got a better idea. Let's create all that and put it right here on this platform. And then Grant just, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right.
Another one of your special speakers there that I have trained underneath him. I went to his actual first ever training in his office, which I still think is cool. And I had him on my podcast probably 5 years ago, Tim Bratz.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
I mean, Tim Bratz is a beast in the multifamily space.
In my opinion, in our industry, he's the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Think about all the people he's trained. Think about all the people. Bro, I know people that have received my training for single family, and then they level up to the next step, which is multifamily. Ace Karimi, Ace and AK, these guys, they did my training in 2017, 2018. They did Tim's training in 2021, and now they have hundreds of units, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you know. Like, that's real.
When I interviewed Tim 5 years ago,
jeez.
I said, what? I didn't know who he was. I said, what do you want to call this interview? And he said, building $1 billion empire.
Damn.
And dude, he's on his way. He's
going
for
sure, bro.
He's going. Sure.
Bro, I spoke to his community. It's called the Legacy Community, right? I went and I spoke to he had like 200 some people there in Scottsdale. And when I spoke to his community, I got to meet some of the caliber of individuals Tim has in his community. I mean, you're talking, multiple 7-figure people, some 8-figure people. Think about it, right? Like, when you're investing into multifamily, you're not a blue collar guy. You're a white collar guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not a blue collar. You're a white collar guy. Blue collar is like where, the stuff we're doing, like single family, right? And then now some of the other industries that we're in with We have a solar company called Zealous Energy that we merged with about 4 months ago, right? Now, that's blue collar, solar, roofing, HVAC, right? Pest control. That's blue collar. Tim attracts the white collar crowd,
Yeah.
And some of his community will be there too.
He's a powerful speaker. And again, when we're talking about freedom, I mean, that's you couldn't have named. I love the name of all of your companies, All In, Freedom. Like it just resonates.
It turned out well. It turned out well, right? Like, because that's my media team, especially my creative director Spencer. Have you seen the kind of like stuff that he puts out there? Right?
Yeah.
It's sick, right? The designs.
Yeah.
I mean, look at your flyer. Your flyer is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, I love it. And you guys have been on point with your branding since really 2017, 2018. Yeah. So let's talk about this, because if say I'm a real estate investor and I'm here in Dallas Fort Worth, why do I need to come to Freedom? What about, hey, I'm a real estate investor, why do I need to come to this event? By the way, King Closer gets you free general admission, so it's free for what he's about to tell you. So
this is why you need to come. Forget the power of proximity is no question, right? To get around, think about it. If you want to become a multiple 6-figure, a multiple 7-figure, even a multiple 8-figure, well, we're going to have multiple 6-figure people in the building, multiple 7-figure people in the building, multiple 8-figure in the building. And I don't know where Crone is at yet, and I don't know where Brad's at yet, but they're probably on their way to being 9-figure earners. You know what I mean? Like billionaires in the next, 3, 5, 10 years, whatever, right? So think about it. Like you become who you hang around with. It's like, okay, how does this dude operate? Man, what if you meet somebody that is a multiple 7-figure person and you connect with that person? Now you guys are friends. All you got to do is model that person, everything they do, everything they say, how they treat their families, everything, right? So proximity is one thing. I'll tell you the second important thing is breakthrough. Anybody who's ever been to one of our events, they experience what's called breakthrough. And that's what it took somebody like me to get to the next level. By the way, when I say the next level, I'm talking about from poverty, right, to financial freedom. Breakthrough, and then financial freedom to creating an organization that pumps out over 8 figures a year, right? And then now I'm trying to get to that 9-figure mark, right? But all that requires breakthrough. Well, what kind of breakthrough are you talking about, Carlos? Financial breakthrough, business breakthrough, mindset breakthrough, right? Our own limitations are imposed on us by us. Well, we want to help you break through your mental limitations. We want to shift your mindset, right? Spiritual. Watch this. Spiritual breakthrough. Well, what does that look like? Well, what if you're there and you go with the right intention? Because I'll tell you what, bro, knowledge is one thing, but when you have a spiritual experience and now you have a new cellular impression upon your body because of, like, let's just say you said something that made someone feel a certain way. Boom. Something just changed, right? They were inspired by something you did. You close a deal on the stage. Boom. They're like, oh my God, he can do it. Well, I can do it. I just saw him do it. Now they're inspired. And what does inspiration consist of, right? In spirit. Now you're having a spiritual breakthrough. That to me is more important than any of the knowledge that's going to be dropped there, right? And don't get me wrong, back to the whole like financial and business breakthrough. What if you hear something that just changes your business forever? What if it's when Sal's talking about systems and processes and all the challenges that we faced, right? Building these companies. What if you go there and you see one thing that you're like, oh my God, that's my bottleneck for the last 3 years.
Yep.
Right? I don't have departments in my company. I don't have SOPs, and you see that, and now your business changes, and that amounts to what? More money, more financial freedom, right? So that's what you can expect there, bro.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna give 2 examples of the past couple of events that I've been to. I went to an event where Jerry Norton was there, and it had nothing to do with what Jerry Norton said on stage, but me being in the same room and watching how he carried himself and throughout the entire 2 days was I took notes and I said, hey, these are things that Jerry Norton does when he's at events, how precious his time is, how intentional he is about the conversation he has. Same thing with Matt Andrews. I saw Matt Andrews at an event. Every single person he talked to, it was the most important conversation he had that day. Every single time, he was attentive. It was on point. I wrote these things down and said, I want to be like that person.
I love
Why?
it.
Because these are people that are further along in business than me. And I start noticing why. It has nothing to do, like we see a question on here, and we'll answer this. What leads and motivations do you pull from batch? And that matters, but it doesn't. At the end of the day, we're all pulling the same list. We're all calling the same sellers, okay? But the way that you can carry yourself and lead yourself and eventually get people to follow you and you casting a vision for them to follow matters. The last one I'm going to use is Pace Morby. I was at Family Mastermind. Pace Morby is just a super, I mean, he's a super charismatic human being naturally. But seeing him at Family Mastermind and hearing him talk about the purpose in which he lives, and you talk about him being a machine, it's because of the purpose that he has. And when you talk about a spiritual breakthrough, man, that can mean you find the purpose in which you want to have freedom, right? Sometimes we loosely use that word like financial freedom, time freedom, but you need to have a purpose to have freedom. Otherwise, you just continue want to stay busy. And I think that is why sometimes people don't find freedom, is because they don't have a purpose.
I love that. And you know what?
Without a purpose, you can't. What are you even trying to achieve freedom for?
Yeah, for what? To go to the casino, to watch a little more TV? No, here, I'll give you a very small example of what you just said. For a lot of people, their why and their purpose is their family, right? Let me tell you something that I've been doing for about 6 years now. Okay. I got an 11-year-old daughter and I got a 5-year-old daughter. I've been taking my 11-year-old daughter since the day she started school. I take her to school every morning to this day. Okay. When I had a 9-to-5 job, wouldn't have been able to do that.
Right.
Okay. Watch this. I got a 5-year-old. This is what my morning looks like. Ready? Get up at 5, go to the gym, do the sauna, come back home, hop in one car, okay, my little sedan, take my 11-year-old to 6th grade. I come back, I hop out of that car, I jump in my wife's SUV, and then I take my 5-year-old to her little Montessori school, right? And bro, one day, as a father, when I can no longer do these things for my children, I'm always going to have that with me. I'm always going, and my kids are going to say, man, my dad took me to school every single day.
Yep.
9 out of 10 households in America aren't able to do that, bro. That alone right there, that alone is worth fighting for. That alone is worth making a sacrifice for and going all in on yourself and in your business for your family, right? That's a small example. We're talking about taking your children to school, let alone vacations and everything else that you can actually accomplish through financial freedom. But just taking your family, taking your little babies to school, you don't have to take them to school. You get to take them to school. Yep. And one day you're going to look, you get to go watch your son play hockey. Because one day he might not be playing hockey. And one day he may not be looking for you in the stands. And one day he's probably not even going to care. But I'll tell you what, you'll always be able to keep those moments with you for the rest of your life, bro.
And here's the other thing, dude. I'm going to share a story with you that happened today. And I thought about this a couple of times today on how I was going to tell this because I felt like I should tell this. I ordered lunch couple hours ago, and because I knew I had an errand to run, and then we had our lives. So I ordered us lunch, and I ordered from Coco Shrimp. Love it. It's like lemon pepper, garlic herb shrimp, and some
delicious.
rice and a salad, right?
Yeah.
Love it, right? So it comes in, and I take a bite of the rice. And then the next thing, I grab one of the shrimp, and I eat the shrimp, and the shrimp goes down, and it stops right here. This is today. This is 2 hours ago.
Like you got caught here?
Right here. Like,
how the hell does that even happen?
And I mean, I'm talking about I am in excruciating pain. Now, this has happened.
Did you not chew it properly?
So I have a narrow esophagus.
Got
it. And so this has happened to me before when I was 18, 19, and it stopped. And I mean, I'm in a lot of pain, and I silently stood up and I walked out the front door of my office. And for probably the next 45 minutes, was throwing up until that came out of my esophagus. I mean, I was choking essentially. And the reason why I bring this up is because we loosely talk about these things. Freedom. This is my why. This is why I do things. You talk about taking your daughters to school every single day. We have no idea how much time is left. We have no idea. Because if you had asked me this morning, you talk about Pace being a machine. I'm a machine. What do you mean? I'll do anything.
I've seen you.
I'll go as long as I possibly need to do whatever I need to do for my purpose. But in that moment, all of a sudden I realized, no. You're not a machine, RJ. You're very much human. And in 1 second, for whatever reason, I don't know why, I chewed. It wasn't like I inhaled the shrimp.
Yeah.
It stopped, and I'm choking, and I'm scared, right? Now, luckily, I'm okay, and here we are sitting down, and we're carrying on with our path. But at any point in time, our time could be called. And so when we talk about an opportunity to be in a room with these 8 and 9-figure earners that can show you how to achieve the freedom to then serve your purpose and your why, don't pass up this opportunity. What are we talking about, right? It's free. It's free. If you're in the state of Texas, you can drive. If you're within 5 states of here, you can drive here. Otherwise, it's a plane ticket and a hotel room. Like, get your ass in the room. It's free. Pay attention to the people that are living the life that you want, the purpose that you want. That is the purpose and freedom. And I don't know why God has certain things happen in a day. I don't know if it was because, hey, RJ, I want you to talk about this on the live today. But I know that it happened, and that was the thought that I had right after that. I had to go run that errand. I went and ran it, and I thought to myself, man, how crazy on a day we're going to talk about an event called freedom. I have a scare like that where I'm like, dude, I don't know if I can breathe. Am I about to have to go to the hospital? It's pretty crazy, isn't it?
It is, bro. And, people, we take everything. Human beings, bro, we take everything for granted.
Yep.
We take life for granted. Think about it, right? I'm 39 years old. How old are you?
39.
Technically, we have, well, actually, they just dropped it. Supposedly, we live to be 78. So we're already halfway.
This is the halfway moment, right?
Yeah, we're already halfway into our journey, right? Now we are starting the second half of the game. But in our minds, we're like, we're going to live forever. Oh, time's never going to run out. And if you think about something like this, right? I got an 11-year-old. How old is your son?
11. We got 7 years left.
We got 7 summers until,
that's it, bro.
Huh?
7. That's it.
7 summers, and they're gonna fly. They're gonna expand their own wings and do their own thing. And
you know what we'll be doing this time? 8 years from now.
What?
We'll be asking them if they're coming home for Thanksgiving.
I was just about to tell you, you having a son might get the occasional weekly call from, to dad, right? From son. Me, on the other hand, thank God, having daughters, they're a lot closer to their families and son, son boys, you know how we are, right?
Yep.
We're more independent, right? Our daughters, man, that's probably what God gave me, some daughters, bro, because God knows I need, I need my babies. And I'll tell you what, if you think about it, how do children spell love? How do children spell love? T-I-M-E, time. Well, you only have 7 summers. I only have 7 summers. I opened the door for my baby girl. I'm her driver, like, whatever music she wants to listen to. I take her to Starbucks, I give her a hug. I give her love. I give my children, bro, a lot of love every day. They can expect that every day to just give them love. Time and love, time and love, time and love. That, we lose sense of that, man. And that's why for the people that are listening, my goal is this, or my question is this, forget an event. I want you to go to an event because this is the Super Bowl of the wholesaling industry. And we're bringing, bro, when was the last time you saw somebody like, damn, this dude's bringing Andy Elliott and Brad Lee and Wes Watson? Like, think about, I do that for the people, bro. Like, we spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. Will we try to make an offer and monetize on it? Yeah, maybe. Right? But it's a risk. It's a risk that we take, and it's a risk that we've been taking. Freedom has been going on since 2019. Our other events have been going on since 2018. That was called Momentum, right? Yeah. A different type of event. But this is the big one. This is the one you try to put 1,000 people in the room and just let people have breakthroughs. But this is my question. We talked about time. We talked about children. So my question is this, like, man, how much more time do you have to lose? How much more time do you have to lose? And I think the second thing you got to ask yourself, right, is who's counting on you to succeed? I know that not only my children were counting on me, bro, but my wife, I retired her in October 2016. My mother, March of 2017, I retired her. She never has to work another day of her life, God willing, right? Look at you. Let's talk about who's counting on you. Yeah. All the people that have heard you close deals, right? There's people that we know that are counting on me, on us. And there's people that we never even thought of that were counting on RJ to pick up a microphone and pick up a phone. And you know what I'm saying?
Bro,
there's people counting on you.
Listen to this, Carlos. You talk about that. Take it a step further. One of your bios talks about you flipped over 1,000 houses. How many thousands of lives did you impact there? Seller, buyer, contractors, title companies, utility companies, like just the impact that we make. And when we talk about this, like, how much more time do we really have? And you talk about humans taking just everything for granted.
For sure.
Don't they take for granted the fact that freedom exists, the event? Let's be honest. How many freedoms do you think you're going to put on in your life?
We weren't even going to put this one on.
Exactly.
We almost didn't put this one on. And now there's but you know what? Like I said, when you truly are obedient to whatever God has in store for you, bro, it doesn't matter what you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Can I tell you, can I give you a little story, bro?
Yeah, go.
Watch this. I'm the cash wise, I'm the brokest I've ever been in the last 10 years. Okay. Net worth wise, I'm worth the most I've ever been worth in my entire life. Okay. Relationships wise, relationship capital, I'm worth the most. Bro, look, let me show you something. You're gonna be like, damn, that's great. Look at this. Watch this. Okay, imagine this, bro. Look, imagine you're in the backyard. It's 8:50 at night. That's Bradley, by the way, right? That's me. That's Bradley. And I said, session. And he says, yep. So then, watch this. We have an 1.5 hour FaceTime cigar session. 1.5 hours. Relationship capital. You get what I'm saying? Yep. And the reason, like, bro, 2017, Sal and I paid ourselves $1 million. 18, same. 19, same. And this is still like the businesses get taken care of first because that's what feeds the family, right? Then me and Sal get taken care of last after the businesses, the employees, everything. So we're paying ourselves $1 million, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then 22 was a little short. It was probably like high 800s or something that we paid salary, right? This year, Sal and I pay ourselves 120 grand a year, bro, plus quarterly dividends.
Right.
Okay. So again, sacrifices have to be made. Okay. And there's people counting on us, and I'm taking a risk. I took a risk to bring freedom to Texas because I always have it in Scottsdale. You know that.
Yep.
But two things happened. One, our CEO said, hey, when we weren't going to do freedom. We weren't going to do freedom. We're building all these other companies, Property being one of them. Now, Property is a private equity real estate investment company with Chris Crone that we're running. It's a private equity real estate company. Okay. That's what Property is. So we weren't going to do it. We're like, no, dude, we're building Property. That's a daily climb. That's a daily, like we're building every single day. Right. And we weren't going to do it. And then our CEO's like, oh no, let's do it. And we were like, man, we don't have the capacity. Let's do it. Well, and he's like, oh, let's do it in Dallas, Texas. I'm like, what, bro? We have our back. I can drive 10 minutes and we can have freedom.
Right.
He's like, yeah, but when I was at events, every time I went to events, it was always Dallas, Texas, because logistically from the East Coast and the West Coast, it made sense. That's the central point of everything. Think about it, right? Dallas is the right dead center of East Coast and West Coast, right? Yep. So then he picks out a spot, and that only held about 300 people. And we had to break our contract with that. And now $10,000 gone. We started out in the hole.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now we're close to $500,000 into this event between, freaking audio, video, over $100,000 at the Omni, right? Like, $100,000 ad spend. Like, we spent all kinds of money.
The $100,000 you paid me. I mean,
the $100,000 we paid you to close a $100,000 deal on stage. So, but why? Because again, bro, first of all, when you serve people to this capacity, God always takes care of you. And this is the point that I was trying to make. I can say this every year, praise God. My goal is to not be the same person I was the previous year, right? In 2019, I still had a lot of mental and spiritual maturity to do. In 2020, I still had a lot of mental and spirit, in 2021, in 2022, in 2023, this is the most growing that I've done, like mentally and spiritually. I finally kind of turned that corner. You know what I mean? I turned that corner finally with like no pride, no ego, no, like I'm not listening to flesh. I'm listening to my spirit. Right. And I've been really walking like the path, the narrow path of obedience. This is a story that I was trying to get to. Ready? I already told you, I'm the cash brokest I've ever been in my last 10 years. Our companies are making the most amount of money that they've ever made. But watch this. Even with that happening, I still put my faith in God. Watch this. Let me show you this. I like to put my money where my money where my mouth is, right? So last year, that's my I give my, thank you. Your gift is being processed. That's my 10% that I made. Like whatever I pay myself, I put 10% towards the church. That's called tithing, right?
Right.
This morning, I'm like, man, I can really use these thousands of dollars that I'm gonna tithe with. But you know what, Father? I trust you. Again, walking in obedience in every area with your finances, with your sexuality, with your relationships, with everything, your business, everything, right? Guess what happened this morning? I get a text message from Chris Crone. Hey, fellas, we can pay ourselves X amount of money, which equates to 12 times the money I tithe on November 13th.
That's amazing.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
I'm here like, man, I can really use this, but I trust you, God, and I'm going to walk in obedience. Right? Here you go. This morning, hey guys, you can pay yourself X amount of money, 12 times what I gave to the church. That's walking in obedience. And that's what a lot of people cannot comprehend. They don't fully commit to living that like righteous life, and all things, seek the kingdom of God and all things will be given to you. You know what I mean? Brother, if you do the next right thing in the next right way and you love and serve people, then you really begin to see fruit that most people can't. And I see that fruit in your life. I see it with your wife. I see it with your child. I see it in your business. And I see it with the relationships that you're having. I'll tell you what, if you have relationships or friendships that aren't headed in the same direction that you're headed, right? They're negative, they're gossipers, it's drama. Cut it off. Because if you truly want to achieve the things you want to achieve and you really want to maximize on all the potential that God has given you on this earth, you don't have time for the unnecessary shit.
That's facts. And dude, I want to give you some kudos because, I mean, listen, sometimes you don't give yourself enough credit. You have worked on yourself to get to the point that you have over the past couple of years. I mean, I've gotten to watch you, and from the outside, but still
you saw me
close.
in 2017 when I was a wet behind the ears little kid. You know,
2017. But then, I mean, I would say there's always like every 6 months there's something, either an event, a speaking engagement, a podcast, or something where we're connected. I get to see
Absolutely.
you, right?
Let me give somebody a hug real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I haven't seen her in a while. Hold on.
I love it.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. On what?
I'm getting your real estate license. Look at this guy. What's up?
Look at that little guy.
Well, huh? Congratulations.
Thank you. Come on, Sebastian.
So,
Love you.
Carlos, what I was saying there is like I've seen you work on yourself.
Thank you.
Like you actually invest in yourself being a better person.
Yes. That's actually been the biggest investments the biggest investment that I've made since 2019. And I'll tell you what, bro, I had money, I had the Rolls Royce, and I had all that BS. But bro, I was under a lot of pain. I couldn't feel the connection in my household, right? I'm like, man, why can't I feel the love my children and my wife are trying to give me?
Right.
I had to work, bro. I had to peel these layers, bro. Like, because when you grew up the way I grew up, you learn how to numb yourself from emotion, right? So, but now this is good emotion. Your family's trying to give you love, and you can't feel their love, and you can't match or give them the love they deserve. So I was like, I kept asking the questions like, something's off, something's off, something's off. You know what I mean? And that's when I was like, I got to look for answers. That's when I started to invest into personal development, spiritual mentors, personal development coaches. And then slowly but surely, bro, I started peeling layer by layer by layer, and I'm still putting in the work today, bro.
You're going to have to forever. So let's transition the conversation a little bit. Some people are here, real estate investors. So normally, Carlos, to give you some background, on Tuesdays at 2:22, what I do is King Closers formula. So we talk about closing deals and stuff like that. Y'all close a ton of deals.
Bro, that's your real nickname?
Yeah.
I thought we just like.
No, bro, it's on the belt. It's on I didn't give it to myself. They put it on the belts. And so then it's like people started calling me the King Closer. I mean,
I thought I was just giving, like, I thought we were like, oh, he's technically the King Closer, but it's all over the damn place.
Yeah, no, it's everywhere.
That's your brand.
It's the brand now. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
So I let Adrian borrow it for a year. It was cute.
Yeah,
there he is. So, all right. When we talk about closing deals, right? Let's start where it starts. Lead generation. What is working for you guys?
The two biggest things that are working for us right now is, man, believe it or not, since 2018, cold calling, right?
But you're not cold calling in-house, right? You have
no. It's all virtual assistants, call geeks, right? And you don't want like, bro, by the way, I want you to know we've tried in-house back in like 16, 17, and it was a mess. Like it's very difficult for an employee to come in and just sit there for 8 hours and like dial and dial and dial, right? Like you really need a virtual assistant for that, right? So that's always just been amazing. The lowest ROI that we've ever received from our cold calling campaigns have been 4x, like 4 ROI. So if you spend 100K, you know, you get 400K. If you spend 10,000, you get 40,000 in deals, right?
Right.
So you know, that's been a blessing. But our number one strategy has always, even before, and by the way, I think this is what I always say. Sean Terry at one point in 2016 was spending $30,000 a month. Okay. And in my number one channel, which is Google AdWords campaigns, pay-per-click specifically.
Yeah.
So Sean Terry was spending 30K. I'm like, damn, I can't compete with him. But then in July of 2016, I've spent $7,500 and I made $123,000 in closed wholesale deals. And I was like, holy smokes, Zadie. Watch, look at this. Look at this shirt. Hey, show him your shirt, Zadie. What does that say? Oh, yeah.
I like it. Looking good.
Real quick, let me ask you this. The deal that you just assigned for 50K.
Yeah.
What was the marketing
No,
channel?
we don't talk about deals until the money's in the bank.
Okay, that's fine.
I love him.
Okay, but what was the marketing channel for that?
That one was investor lift and
No. That's the dispo side, but I'm saying, how do we acquire it? You want to go check?
PPC. No, actually, you know what? That's cold calling. But yeah, I'll check.
Okay, he's gonna go check. But look at yesterday, $50,000 deal signed in our own backyard, right? And we for the most part, we nationally try to acquire deals. So what I was saying was, the first time that I invested into pay-per-click was July 2016, $7,500, and I got $123,000 in closed wholesale profits. And we haven't stopped since. We spend a bare minimum of $250,000 a year in Google AdWords campaigns. And that's never going to stop. That's never going to stop, right? He's going to tell me where we got that deal from, but here's another deal that we just got. We're probably going to make 50K on this property. This new guy just got, Ricardo, watch, this is cool because we're closing deals in real time. Ricardo, woo! He's celebrating something, so he probably just closed the deal. Watch this.
I love it.
What happened?
With this guy?
Wait, he's here?
No. He's going to come down at 4. I told him we need to get this done today. He's going to come down at 4. He's going to go take some pictures.
Okay.
And then Indio.
That deal. Okay, but before the Indio, California.
He has a deal right now for what? 20 you said?
We got a mini RJ over here, bro.
What's up, man?
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Good.
Oh, you want to hear something cool? So was that a cold call deal?
These are all cool.
Cold call? That was cold call. So how much?
50K one.
That would be a fit. Yeah, but his deal might be a 50K or two. He has like a couple hundred K, and yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
That's Phoenix, right?
That one's Phoenix.
Phoenix, yeah.
The guy's coming here at 4:30.
4:30. Okay, got it. So you know what's
How old are you?
I
Is
promised
that
him.
how
Emilio?
old are you? This is Ricardo.
Ricardo.
I'm 29.
29.
I love.
But you know what's funny, RJ? People, there's some people in Texas that say that we don't do deals anymore. We're just gurus.
Who says that?
Did you know that?
Bro, listen. Everyone that says that, I get
This
it
is
about
live
me.
time.
Carlos, I get it about me. I'm
And
like,
you're sitting there talking, you're sitting there calling on the phone. And
I'm
you're like, oh, he
closing
don't
the
close any
deal
deals.
on YouTube. Like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, what else do you want me to do? You
It's
want it to
disgusting.
be in a stadium?
Bro,
Like, what do you
it's
want?
disgusting. And you know what though? I'll tell you this. People always hate up, not down. Oof. Think about it, RJ. People always hate up,
Yeah.
never down. Why would you? Oh, look at him. He's a guru. Well, what makes you a guru? What back in the day when I was
Hold
coming
on,
up,
real quick. Hold on, Ricardo.
Yeah.
How long have you been with them?
This is third week.
Third week, and you already have a couple $100,000 on the board.
No real estate experience.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fresh.
But you were the guy. Remember, he was the guy that we were like hiring another acquisition guy, and he was supposed to have a virtual interview, and he's like, "Nuh-uh, I'm just gonna go in." And our HR lady was like, "Yeah, this guy he said he's just coming in," and then they my leaders, my acquisition leaders interviewed him. They're like, "Hey, bro, you really got to take this dude in." And then I sat down with Jalen and Zadie, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, what's going on with this dude?" He's like, "No, the dude has a lot of upside." And I was like, "Okay, well, let's do it then. Let's try it." And then boom, now you're closing deals.
I love it, man. Keep it up, man.
Dude,
Thank
the
you.
guy come in at 4:30. I promised him to give him a foot massage to close the deal. So
I'm giving him a foot massage.
Contract's
All
over.
right, give me the oil. Give me the lotion, bro. Give me the lotion.
All right, so Carlos, what you just did with Ricardo leads me into my next question. So you guys cold calling PPC, right?
Yeah.
But how do you take a kid, no real estate experience, and then he's got a couple $100,000 on the boards in 3 weeks? Like, what training process are you putting them through?
Very simple. So most companies, right, as you know, especially in our industry, they're not structured. They don't have framework. They don't have systems and processes. There's no onboarding plan. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right? There's no onboarding process. So that's what you do. First of all, you have him go through an onboarding process for about a week and a half to 2 weeks. And then you have him shadow your best people. And he's just sitting there listening and watching and modeling. And the next thing you know, the guy's on his 3rd week and he's like, "I'm ready to roll, bro. Let's do this." You know?
Yep.
That's it. But our industry lacks structure, bro. We don't have, bro, I have an HR department that handles all HR stuff, hiring, firing, right? All that, raises, all, I have a finance department. I have a sales department. I have a media department. I have a marketing department. See, that's what Sal and I have been able to do. And that's why we're able to actually merge, like when like a solar company, right? Hey, bro, we lack systems and processes and framework. Can you look into our business and see if it's something that, you want to partner up with? Because most of these companies only have 2 things going for them. And it's the same thing in the wholesale industry, marketing and sales. That's it.
That's it.
They don't have any departments, and they don't have personnel and leadership. So when people see our operation, they're like, damn, we can 10x ourselves by just plugging into what they've already built for 10 years.
Yep.
That's how you create these very quick, successful people in your company. You know what I mean? Plugging them in.
So we got a question here from Facebook. What do you guys think about SMS and the regulations going on? I'll just, my 2 cents, it's over.
Oh, shit.
And listen, I'm the guy that blew up texting in 2020. 50 days live, nothing but texting. 2021, Batch TV. We haven't sent a text in 2023.
Can I give you my feedback on that?
Yes.
One of the most gruesome battles that we were ever in, legal battles, was because of a text message.
Yep.
That lasted 3 years. We spent over $100,000. We were like, that's it. Not worth it. I'm sorry. Like, you really got to reduce your exposure, right? So, at first, by the way, don't get me wrong, 2017, when it was a wave and people didn't really know about it, man, your return on investment was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
But then everybody, it's just like, bro, there's waves, there's marketing waves that come, right? There's like, oh shit, here comes the
voicemails.
Here comes the RVM wave.
RVM.
Here comes the direct mail wave.
Yep.
Here comes the cold calling wave, the PPC wave. The waves just come and come and come. But guess what? What never happens with a lot of these businesses? Consistency.
Yep.
They follow the trends and they follow the waves, and there's no consistency. You get what I'm saying?
So you talked about paper or PPC, right? And so I love the pay-per lead model through PPC. So Speed to Lead has a marketplace where you're essentially getting pay-per-click leads. YouTube ads through LeadZolo, same thing, pay-per-click, right? And we're just paying per lead. Now, the reason why I love that in comparison to what you're doing is you guys have to manage your own campaigns, or your marketing department is doing
Yeah,
that,
we have a
right?
campaign manager.
Right. So for the smaller people, what I suggest is like,
Yeah.
hey, go out and do this pay-per-lead model. Yeah, you're going to be, they're making a margin on it. They're probably making 40% margin on you, okay? So if you're paying 100,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
probably
20 to 40 for sure.
right. But my point in that is that it's easy for you to just come in and say, hey, pump me leads in the state of Texas in comparison to trying to do it yourself, right?
Okay.
So that I think that's huge for people right now. And like, hey, listen to what Carlos is talking about, cold calling. You've been talking about cold calling for 5 years. I know for a fact. I've seen you post about it for the past 5 years. So
It's just consistency, bro. Listen, for anybody out there that's listening, if you're going to commit to a marketing channel, commit to it for at least 3 months. At least 3 months, man. At least 90 days. Oh, I'm going to try for a week. And if I don't, because that's what happens, right? The fear, takes over. Oh man, I've been cold calling for a week and I don't have, I'm not getting a deal. Like, dude, what? My first wholesale deal took me 6 months and 2,400 bandit signs. You want to talk about patience, and you want to talk about sacrifice, and you want to talk about resistance and mindset? 6 months, 2,400 bandit signs. 99% of the world would not continue dropping bandit signs after probably 500.
facts. I got 2 more questions for you. One determines if I'm going to ask you your second one now or later. How much time do you have, and do you want to wait?
Bro, I'm good. I'm not the one on the phones, you know what I mean?
Do you want to watch me call a seller live?
Yeah. Why not?
Because the last time
You love to just call. You just love to call.
because the last time I did it in front of you, you said you didn't like how I close.
So let me just say this, okay? I think
All
everybody.
right, here we
Yeah,
go.
hold on. Everybody has their own closing style and their own closing. Like a good closer, because I'm a closer, believe it or not. Guess who put this company on his back the first 3-4 years, right?
Ow.
I was close. Yeah, Sal really knows how to talk to people. Bro, this guy, he's pointing at himself. You didn't get here till 2017, Adrian. Get out of here. Get out of here. Anyway, so yeah, Sal, bro, no, Sal's like Chat GPT, bro. He's like, he's not, he's like an artificial intelligence closer, right? So no, I want you to know that that's, even if you never learn anything else, learn the game of sales, right? And this is why people need to be watching you. And this is why people need watching people like Keith Everett and, like people that know how to close deals. Steve Trang, by the way, I love Steve. That's my boy. I think his closing style is disgusting. And you can put that on air. You can rerun this. Steve, I love you, but I think your closing style is grotesque. I think your closing style would just irritate me and put me to sleep. And guess what? RJ, I love you, but I think your closing style is rude and intrusive and bully.
Well, hold on, Carlos. Let me channel my inner Steve real quick. If you were to fall asleep, what would happen next?
If I were to fall asleep?
Because that's what Steve asked people. If you were to fall asleep, what would happen next? That's how he closes. That's his favorite.
He runs that Sandler training.
Yeah.
Right? That's why you guys listen. I like, right? Look, so my process is very simple. It's called the 4 phases of closing. Okay.
All right.
Okay. 1, contact. Okay. The initial contact, which is the approach, like how you sound on the phone. You know what I mean? Like, how welcoming you are, how friendly you are, how trustworthy you sound, right? How professional you sound. Do you sound like an expert? Contact. Number 1. Number 2, where you should spend 80% of your time, which you spend very little of your time, rapport building. Number 2, rapport building. That's how I used to cash the 6-figure wholesale checks, because I used to really like, I love people. I naturally love people and I love to serve people. So people would feel that, they feel that I'm really trying to serve them, and which I was. So then I would get bigger, fatter checks, right? So rapport building, where you spend 20% of your time, and I tell people to spend 80% of their time.
I spend it in a different portion of the call. That's what you don't understand.
Number 3, negotiation, running the numbers, using the data, right? That's the negotiation, price anchoring, and all the takeaway, and all, that's the negotiation part. And then number 4 is the close. What does the close mean? Hey, listen, you can get all the way to third base like you used to when you were a horny teenager. But if you don't get to home, who's that? Oh, if you don't get to home, bro, right? Hey, Mr. Seller. Hey, Mr. Seller, are you near a computer? Because I'm about to send you over the written offer, not the contract. I know you love to say the word contract, which sounds like handcuffs. You see, this is how you know I'll close you, RJ, any day of the week, bro. Any day of the week. No, hold on. Oh, let me finish on the close. That's phase 4. Okay.
I'm gonna get my phone ready.
Are you near a computer, Mr. Seller? Oh, as a matter of fact, I am. Okay, well, I'm about to send over the written offer so we can go through it. You see, because you got to close it, right? Or scenario B, are you near a computer, Mr. Seller? No, Carlos, I'm not near a computer. Okay, well, you have a smartphone, right? You don't have a flip phone, do you? Yeah, I got a smartphone. Okay, put me on speaker. I'm about to send over the written offer right now so we can review it. That's the close. You see? 1, 2, 3, 4. Very simple.
Listen.
Oh, you didn't know I was a closer, huh?
Listen,
I
appreciate the fact that you have your process. My process is different. Okay. Now, the facts are, no matter what, you just have to have a process. And I think this is one of these. I saw something today. I posted a reel. I closed the deal last week during this call in 9 minutes. Signed contract. Okay. That's going to get sold today. So I posted the reel. Somebody sent me a screenshot 12 minutes after I posted it. I love these guys bragging about closing deals on the first dial in less than 10 minutes. I also love your 18% contract to close ratio. And then he went on to talk more crap about me. Now, he never tagged me and he never said anything about me. Okay. Now, here's the thing about this. I despise that kind of commentary inside of our industry. And here's the reason why.
Crabs in a bucket. Crabs in a bucket, bro. Crabs in a bucket.
I'm all about trash talking, good fun. Here's the thing. When I trash talk someone like Carlos Reyes, I then can say, I love you, brother. And we get on here and we talk about serving and helping people. Okay. Yep. See, there's a difference. Okay. I'm not an actual shithead. The other thing about it is that just because I disagree with how Carlos closes doesn't mean I don't think it works. We just saw a kid named Ricardo walk in with no experience in 3 weeks. He already has a couple $100,000 on the board. Okay. Yeah. I brought 13 people into my office and I showed them how to close like me, and they walked out with 13 contracts.
Damn.
So the facts are it works one way or another. So
Steve Train.
Well, yes, of course. And listen, across the board, right? The thing is, make sure you have some sort of process that you're following.
Yep.
So if you don't mind, I'm going to call a couple of sellers here so you can learn.
If you can't close them, just put me on speaker. I got you.
That's fine.
Oh man, I got to be able to share this to my Facebook. This is great.
My thing is this year I'm going to earn the spot to be able to do this at Freedom next year. 1,000 people on stage calling leads.
Oh, damn.
Carolyn is.
That's what I want to see. Maybe not. Is it better for momentum?
Well, no, bro. I was going to actually try to have you call some people while you were on stage this time around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, bro. I want people to watch. Man, come on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to hit you with the King Kong. Man, she.
Hey, did you see I did a live with him?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, so me and him, we did it dial for dial. And I got a signed contract on that one. And then, dude, he hits me with, we're an hour and a half into live, and he goes, "Hey RJ, you ever signed a contract with an Asian before?" And so I kind of start laughing, thinking, all right, he's just being funny. He's like, "No, seriously, Asians are the worst sellers, right?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, Kong, you're Asian, and I'm the white guy. Like, as a white guy, when we're asked about other races, we're just supposed to laugh and walk the other way, okay? I'm not answering this. Sure enough, the next seller that answered was an Asian. And, dude, he put me through the ringer, and I tried so hard to close it, and I couldn't get it. I tried to sub 2 hybrid everything,
Yeah.
and I couldn't get it.
They're very, very analytical, complex individuals. So are Indian people, like Indian people, like from India.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Because we're no longer allowed to say Indian from like Native American Indians or Redskins. We're no longer allowed to say Redskins either.
We're not allowed to do that? Really?
Do you not remember the Washington Commanders in the NFL?
Yeah, I thought the actual Native Americans got upset about that.
I guess they did. I guess that, and you know what, bro? Come on, bro. Like, listen, there might be some, I know you're calling, but there might be some racial people left in the country, but come on, bro. Most people in the country don't give a shit about that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we've learned how to beautifully coexist. I'm Mexican from Mexico. You're a white dude from Texas.
Did you know that's why me and Cassie aren't on TV anymore?
What?
Did you hear about that?
No, bro.
Did I tell you about that?
No.
So I have a Viking hoodie, and it was a gift.
I see it back there. It's sick.
And I wore it, and they showed it on the show, and it had a symbol on it. And according to Disney,
Oh, the dragons?
No, it was this symbol.
Okay.
It's about.
Oh, it looks like a swastika. Got it. Yeah.
But they someone tweeted with 3 followers, "Is RJ a white supremacist?" And so Disney's attorneys fired me because they were concerned because I wore a hoodie with that symbol on it.
Bro, you don't want to be on those shows anyway. Let me tell you.
No. It was the best thing that happened that we.
I was just about to tell you, bro. Like that takes a lot of work. I've seen the way I love Pace is my boy, Jamil's my boy, but I've seen how hard they work. And don't get me wrong, like bro, they're working like 6 days a week, 70 hours a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they do that for months.
Oh yeah.
I know.
It's crazy what they have to go through.
Yeah, that's tough.
All right, let's see if we can get somebody on the phone here. Leon.
Let's go, Leon.
Closing deals on stage at Freedom, huh?
I want it. Oh, Eric Klein's on that panel. Do you think you're a better closer than Eric Klein?
Well, I think I'm the best closer. So yeah, but I would say this. Eric is a very good closer. And the funny thing is, me and him did an hour-long podcast together, and we went step by step in his 12-page script. And in mine, I closed deals in less minutes than pages of his script.
Yeah, bro. What?
Now,
So my man, hold on. My man's doing this, huh?
yes.
By the way, I love Eric. This is just for fun.
Yeah.
My man's like, all right, Mr. Seller. So what you're saying is,
Yes.
And he's like, hold on, Mr. Seller.
Yes.
Damn, Eric.
But what's funny about that is our process is not that much different. He's just very much more detail oriented about
And
it.
he's less rude.
I don't know where you get the rude.
You have this like Viking bully personality, bro. I've seen you. I judged you in 2020.
That was 2020. You had COVID.
If someone
You didn't even know what you were watching.
if someone answers the phone right now, you watch, you're gonna be like, Leon, how's it going, man? What do you got going on, bud?
Yeah, exactly.
You
You
got
know
2 minutes?
You know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say everything I need them to say.
I
and
know
then
they are. I
and
know.
then I'm
that.
gonna, and then I'm gonna buy their house.
I'm not taking that away from you. It's just styles, right? It's just like boxing. Boxing is a game of styles. Closing is a game of styles too. Adrian has a different style. Keith Everett has a different style. You have a different style. Eric Klein has a different style. And Steve Trang, I will repeat, has the most boring style in the world.
You heard me? The most boring man. You're just roasting Steve.
He
You're-
knows it too.
You're roasting Steve Trang harder than I do normally.
That's why he doesn't put me on Pardon the Disruption, because I'll just roast them.
You want to come on?
I'm down. Let's do it.
I would love to have you, because then I'm actually gonna just make fun of you hardcore. Like, I'm nice to you on these types of things,
Bring it on, baby.
but on that, no.
Someone said 3 stars. What does that mean for what? Oh yeah. So
No.
no.
That's for Steve Trang's podcast. Every single one of my podcasts I end with saying, if you didn't like today's podcast, hello? Hello? I think she heard me talking now. She's like, what's happening right now? This dude's talking about some podcast.
It's like, who the hell's calling?
Let me call her back. This will prove that I'm an actual closer. Okay.
Yeah. What's up, Manny? Yes, sir. I'm gonna try to get on that. I think it's gonna be fun because I know these dudes. I know RJ. CJ. Is CJ on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. What kind of list are you using? You can't even get somebody to pick up the phone.
I've only called like 5 people.
Ooh.
These are PPC leads.
The party you're
They're probably still at work.
That's all right. Calm down. We're gonna get somebody on.
Man, I guess that batch skip tracing ain't doing what it got to do, huh?
I'm not using batch skip tracing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess that prop stream ain't doing what. Ever since they sold, they ain't doing what they got to do, huh?
Oh man.
Man, prop stream got 170 mil, went soft, huh?
Is that what they got?
I think so, bro. Let me check. Actually, I'll tell you what they got. Prop stream sells for millions. 175.
So who was it that got that money? Who was the owner?
Stewart Title.
recorded to an automatic.
Hey, Vic, my ears are super red, man. I don't know if you heard earlier, but I choked on something. Like literally, I was choking and I was throwing up for like 45 minutes. So yeah, I'm a little bit red today.
Oh, bro. Y'all got to use whatever skip tracing my man RJ is using.
I do use batch. I mean, that's what I do. But the facts are,
No, bro, I'm not bad, bro. I love, bro. Evo and
Hey,
Jesse.
is David there? Yes, David. Hey, David, this is RJ Bates calling about your property on Crawford Avenue. How are you doing today?
Good, buddy.
You still looking to sell that property?
I'm thinking about it. Price is right.
What's the right price?
No, we all offer. I got a bunch of property all around it too with another house.
Oof.
Okay. Well, yeah, you had, I guess you saw my ad on YouTube and you went and filled out a form on my website saying you wanted to sell. So let me pull this up. Yeah, let me pull this up real quick. You said you got a bunch of other property around it. What does that mean?
Lots all the way around it, and then I got another lot and a half with a house and garage on it too.
Gotcha. So what's going on with this one? It says it's 2-bed, 1-bath, 648 square foot. Is that correct?
That is a 640 Henry Avenue one. 2-bedroom, 1-bath. The 1755 is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath.
Gotcha.
It's actually a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but a bath and a half, something like that. The basement's converted over into a separate, same electric and water, just kind of like another apartment down there.
Okay.
It's nothing fancy down there, but you know.
Is it occupied? Is it vacant? What's going on with it?
I got renters in that one. I live in the 640 of it. The other one across the street.
And how much are those tenants paying on this?
Right now, I got it rented out at $850 a month.
All right, that ain't bad.
Well, I got the upstairs rented out at $850. I got the bottom rented out at $350. Yeah. And then they split the cost of electric, gas, water, sewer.
Okay. And is that month to month on a lease?
Usually,
Okay. And they're happy they want to stay?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, the one's not even moved in yet.
Oh, okay. So brand new lease and everything, huh?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So what's the condition like on the property? Is it need any work, or is it, I mean, obviously if they're just moving in, it must be in pretty good condition.
TLC, I mean, the one side of it, it used to paint. 3 sides have been painted. Well, 2.5 sides were painted. And the other side and a half hasn't got painted yet. It's a workhouse. You know, I mean, yeah, the garage is the big thing on that. It's got a 40 by 32 standing 14-foot ceiling garage, 3 doors. And that's got an old young shed that probably ought to just come down.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, if you're getting $1,200 a month in rent, why would you be thinking about selling it?
Because I'm thinking about selling everything so I can get the piss out of this area. I hate this area.
Where you wanting to move to?
You know what? Probably close to my church where I got it about an hour and a half away.
I see. Well, let's see here. So you said you've got this, and then you've got some vacant lots, and then the property that you're living in. Is that pretty much all of it combined?
Yeah. Almost
11
11 acres.
acres.
Something like that. Yeah, 9 or 11 acres, something in that neighborhood.
And how much of the
Parcels.
how many of those parcels are just vacant land?
Pretty much all of them except for, 2.5, well, probably all of them but 3 lots.
Gotcha. So
This lot and a half that's occupied, the other lot and a half that's occupied, the rest of it's all empty parcels.
okay. And then your house that you're living in, what's the condition like? Does it need a little bit of TLC too?
Not a whole lot. It's not that bad. I just built it in 2015.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
I could use a little bit, you know.
yeah, maybe like some paint and stuff.
A four-stair furnace. I got baseboard heat in there. Window air conditioners. Use the deck finish on the back. There's a deck, half the deck back there. It goes out to the pool, and then the other half I never got finished yet. And then use some soffit and paint it. Other than that, it's pretty much livable.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Let's kind of separate these a little bit so it can kind of help me out a little bit on my analysis. On the one that's rented out for $850 up top and $350 on the bottom. You said that needs a little bit of love. The tenant's just now moving in on the top or the bottom?
The top.
The top. Okay.
The bottom needs a little love, but he's happy with where he's at.
Okay. On that one, how much are you looking to get for that? Just that alone, without anything else?
Well, here's the deal. Okay, I mean, the building, the outbuilding itself is worth more than anything. Yeah, I mean, so we're looking probably about, I'd probably get about 100 out of the whole thing, out of this side.
On just that one property?
Yep.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to figure out what you mean by that outbuilding and how that's.
Yeah, buildings are 40 by 32 with 12 foot or 12 inches of concrete floor with a used waste oil furnace in it.
Let me see if I can see it.
Three 10 by 10 roll up doors. It's a complete metal building, metal structure, metal siding, metal roof, wooden structure.
Yeah, I see it. It's the one with the red roof.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay.
That's the one. If anything, they could put barricade walls up and rent each one of these bays out as storage bays for probably at least $300 a month, right there, to $900 more a month. If somebody wanted to rent them, I use it for an auto repair shop. That's where I'm actually sitting in right now.
Gotcha. So you want 100,000 for that one. How much for the house that you're living in?
Well, it's the one that all the land would probably go with because it's more connected to the land than anything else is.
Okay.
So it would probably, I'd probably do about the same on that one. It's a new structure, everything is new.
So 100,000 on that one, but then I'm getting the acres with that as well.
You get a lot of acres, a lot of lots. Let me see if I can add them up.
What's the address for your house?
640 Henry, right across the street from the 1755 Brooks.
Gotcha.
Let's see here. I got a little bit of a split in there. A couple lots that separate me from all the rest of them. They all pretty much touch, but I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then 2 half lots, be 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63.
What do you think he's counting right now?
66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72.
Acres or the amount of properties he has?
76, 77. There's 78 empty lots.
You have 78 lots?
Told you.
Yeah. And they are approximately 40 foot by 100 lots, all of them.
Oh, so they're extremely small.
Yeah, they're pretty small lots.
Gotcha. So
Yeah, the normal lots around here are, that's the normal for lots around here. Actually.
right. So these lots, are they running northwest behind your property right there? Is that kind of where they're running?
Some of them go, they would be more west than,
More west? Okay.
a couple of them are southwest and the majority of them are all west.
Gotcha. So realistically, you want 200,000 for all of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So what I'm gonna have to do here is I'm gonna have to figure out. Do you know the parcel numbers on those?
Oh, yeah.
Let me see if I can find it in my link. Probably.
I got my, I don't have it with me, but I got my taxes up there. actually papers are sitting up there with the parcel lot number on them.
So what I need to do is I need to go through and verify. I mean, those lots are buildable, right? Like I could go on there and I could build, or I could put a mobile home park or something on those lots, right? They're not like floodplain or anything like that.
No mobile home parks, and pretty much you'd have to, it's just desolate woods. You'd have to build roads into it. They're just paths into it, not roads.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
the road runs through it, but it's a city road. They don't know. They ain't never gonna open it up. So
Running water, electricity.
there's no utilities up through there at all.
Okay. All right. So let me do this. What I'm going to do is I'm 200,000 for both of the houses and the lots. We've got one rented out for the 1,200 a month, and then your property, 2015 build, doesn't need a whole lot. We could probably
I
what?
was renting the other property out for when I was living down South Carolina before I come back up here. I was renting that other house out for, that was back in 2016. I was renting it out for $650, but it definitely, you know, I built a attached garage with the garage door opener and everything. So, you know, I mean, it definitely went up in price since then.
Gotcha. All right. Well, let me do this, David. Give me a little bit of time to do some research here. I'm going to jump into the tax records and look up all of those lots. And then, are you going to be available for me to give you a call here in a couple of hours?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. All right, David. Well, I'll give you a call back, and then I'll let you know exactly what I can do on these. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Hey, let's just call like just a quick little single family home in Ohio. No, just kidding. It's going to be 78 lots. Dude, that's a pretty good deal.
It's got to find somebody that wants to develop it if it's in a decent area.
But think about this. You're getting a house for 100,000 that's rented out for 1,250 or 1,200. And then you're getting another house for 100 grand that can probably rent out for 1,200. So you're 200 grand in and you're getting 2,400 a month in rent. The bonus is you're getting 78 lots on top of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not too terrible of a little deal there. So kind of unpacking that call there real quick. That was funny. We talked about my closers formula. So, you know, we want to verify that they want to sell. We want to get a price out of them quick. I know that's polar opposite than what you want. You never want price early, right?
No. Once we build some rapport, and this person, this individual you just called was obviously the guy knows what he wants. He's older. He don't have a lot of time to waste, and he has no emotional attachment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, man, I just got to get rid of it. But most of the time, obviously, when you make a phone call and the homeowner actually lives in the home, sometimes it's if you're a little too intrusive early, then it just might completely disconnect disconnect you guys from moving forward. But that's why I like to kind of like ask questions and build rapport, and then eventually corner them in to giving me a number. I do. I mean, I still want a number from them first before I ever give a number. Like,
that's why I always ask them early on.
Yeah, like, hey,
Majority
RJ.
of the time they give it to me.
Hey, RJ, you sound like you're a pretty assertive individual. You sound like you're a man that knows what he wants in life. You know, what would it take for us to move forward on this deal to get this thing going for you? You're gonna have to give me a number. And then if they force me to give them a number, then I'm gonna price anchor them, and they're not gonna like it. They actually, there's two things that are gonna happen. They're gonna feel, one, very disrespected. And two, they almost might want to hang up. But I'm like, whoa, RJ, hold on, sir. You asked me for a number and I ran it through my system, and this is what it's giving me now. You know where we need to be at, but where do you need to be at to make this work, right? So it's different tact. I'm a much better closer than you, bro. I mean, I just don't want to sit here and break that down.
It doesn't happen though. Like the last thing you closed was getting Sal as a partner.
Yeah, a door. I closed the door.
yeah. Sal as a partner, and then from there you retired. No, man, I want to get a call in with you on here.
I love it.
appreciate
I
the
love
call.
it. You're one of the best in the business, bro, for sure.
Let's real quick want to reiterate down at the bottom, attendfreedom.com. If you use promo code King Closer, just the way it's spelled right there, it's one word with a capital K. It gives you a free general admission ticket to Freedom.
Yes, sir.
Lineup is Bradley,
Wes
Tim
Watson,
Ballard.
Wes Watson, Andy Elliott, Chris Crone, Tim Bratz, Dan Martell, who has this book, Buy Back Your Time, amazing book, right? So it's gonna be, bro, it's gonna be an experience. We're gonna have so
Cody
much fun.
Sperber.
One of the pioneers and legends of the game who is still doing deals. I used to talk so much crap about that dude. When I was coming up, right? I'm doing all these deals. That's what people do. I've noticed that the haters, right, on Facebook, guru this and guru that and guru this and guru that. Well, the only reason why you're saying these things is because they're somewhere where you want to be.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just the bottom. You can argue with me because, again, what categorizes you as a guru? Is it a guy that does education? You do education. You educate people.
Bro, I honestly don't care if people call me a guru. My thing is like, hey, I'm here, I'm doing deals, and I educate. It's two.
That's what I'm
business.
saying. But look at, bro, I remember when the word guru used to mean an influencer, teacher, or popular expert. You see, so if you're calling me a guru, you're just calling me an influencer, popular expert. Like, that's what I'm saying. People don't even know what they're saying, because I know this because I learned the hard way. I used to just like go after gurus, and the two people I used to go after were Cody Sperber, and I used to go after Dean Graziosi. You know what I mean? Those are the people that I used to kind of headhunt for. But that's because I was trying to make a name for myself, and I felt the need. I was spiritually and mentally where I was at that time. I'm like, if I talk shit about these dudes and I pull them down, people are going to think that I'm the truth, you know? Right. And it's like, dude, that's disgusting. Like, if you're doing that, then you are where I was back in 2017.
It's facts, man. So listen, guys, we talked about it earlier. Freedom is a great event to be at if you're looking to be in the same room with people that are doing things that you want to be doing, right? It's a great opportunity, proximity with people like Cody Sperber and Tim Bratz and Andy Elliott. And even if for whatever unknown reason you want to be close to Carlos Reyes, you could do that as well. I mean, if you're in that room, I suggest being closer to everyone else, especially Sal. Like Sal, the
brains of the operation,
the
looks.
Unfortunately,
the playboy of all in.
Unfortunately, this is how desperate Sal was for getting looks. See, there's Sal. He had to get Carlos to be the face. That's how desperate Sal was to get somebody with looks. No, I love you guys both. Appreciate you coming on here, man.
By the way, I had so much fun because every time that we get together, we can sit there and just talk about anything, and that is real connection. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, bro, we're both 39. We
both have 11-year-olds.
What? You've got a 5-year-old. I've got a 6-year-old.
We're both closers. I'm just a little better than you.
I mean, you literally don't close anything. I don't know what you're talking about. You close speakers at your events.
Adrian's laughing at me.
I mean, yeah. How often do you go in there and just put on Adrian's belt?
What? Oh, what did he say? What? I closed my door before my podcast.
There you go. There you go. All right, man.
Love you, bro.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see you in
2 weeks, December 1st and 2nd, baby. You better bring the heat. You better bring your belts too.
I'm coming, baby. All right, buddy.
Hey, why don't you dress like a Viking all weekend?
Do you want me to?
Why wouldn't you?
Listen, bro. This is over here. All right. Hold on. You can't see my face. What's going on? There we go.
Ready?
Do you have a Spartan helmet? Bro. Yes. Yes. You wear that. I wear this. I show up with the axes and the Viking gear. What do you think?
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's do it.
How
Well,
cool is that?
There's no better way to end this than wearing the Viking helmet right here. So
And the freaking Leonidas.
there you go. All right. We'll see you
All right,
guys
brother.
December 1st and 2nd at
Let's
Freedom.
go.
Promo code King Closure. See you guys.